heart. It has to be intentional, and you have to live and abide by the rules of it. Me, I'm not ready for all that yet. Yeah, I got the hair covered, but I still go out and party. I'm still a very social person, and I do a lot of things that if some Ibadus are seen doing it, they'll be like, oh my God, it would be very scandalous. So I'm not ready to risk that kind of thing yet. But one day, inshallah, I'd want to be an Ibadu.
Ma'am Marlon, what is inside your head tie?
What is inside my head tie is my hair, my real hair, and a couple of head ties. Okay, I'll give you guys a funny story. When I was young, when I was really small, about 4 or 5, I told Chad I was going to tell the whole world this story. When we were young and we used to live in Saudi, Chad's mother used to give us a lot of biscuits to eat. So me and Chad would get very bored and we would start scraping the biscuits and making letters out of them. We could make a capital L, small l, an E, M, and we'll just mess the whole living room up. And when Chad's mom comes, she would really, really beat the hell out of us.
I think I remember a funny story. Like I could tell you that one. Uh, I was a little kid when this happened. I believe I was nothing older than 4. And in Juggernaut, I was eating with a cousin of mine. His name is Samba. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him like for the longest. I believe over 20 some years I haven't seen him. All right, but I remember him. So we were eating, and it was just the two of us. See Itabi. And then, so there was like fish in the bowl, and there was cabbages in the bowl too. Must have been Chudulin or Benachin or one of those joints. So I wanted the fish for myself, you know. So I was trying to find out a way of having the fish for myself, and then him having the cabbage. So I tried to be sly. I tried to be wise, just catch him off guard. So I was like, Samba, jelal yapi charo ebi majel jenbi, and it just so happened that some older person overheard the story, and then I didn't even know. And at night, everybody was just laughing. I'm like, okay. It wasn't funny back in the day. It used to make me cry, but like right now thinking about it, it was funny as hell. So I think that's one funny story.
How many type of job do you used to do?
How many what?
Type of jobs do you used to do?
I do a lot of things. Besides the TV, I also, together with Mom, we have a radio show on West Coast. Uh, the Basement. The Basement, we play local music. We just play strictly Gambian music. So let me just use this opportunity to let the whole nation know that if they thought that we started going Gambian with Fila, we started it 5 years ago. So, and we're still holding on to what we do. So the show is called The Basement. We have another one called X-Files. I do that one with Wagan. Uh, Apart from the media, I'm into commercial advertising as well. I'm into graphic design, right? That's like my main profession, graphic design on the computer. I also do serigraphic printing. This is silk screen printing. I print T-shirts and stuff. Matter of fact, I have my own line of clothing called Nyato. Nyato means forward, sikanam, Nyato dorong. You've probably seen me wear some of those shirts on Fila along with Black Ashan and a couple other people. So basically those are the things that I do. And of course, music promotion. We do the open mic and a lot more other things.
What was your happiest day in your whole life?
I guess all of these things are yet to come. I'm just 30 years young, what I'm saying? So I guess the happiest days or the sad days, I still not here yet. I've had quite a few happy moments, but I can't pick out like one occasion to say this was my happiest day. But like, yeah, I'm not yakarne dina ñew ci kanam, yeah.
Why did you prefer playing Gambian music in your radio show?
Well, we prefer playing Gambian music in our own shows because I think it's about time that we love and appreciate our own. And we have a lot of talented artists. We have a lot of Gambians who can sing very well, who can rap very well, who know how to do what they do best. And I think if we don't promote them right now, nobody else will. I mean, everywhere, any other program you turn to, like there are many programs on the radios and on TV that are playing foreign music and stuff like that. But I think if we're all playing foreign music, it's gonna get boring, and at the end of the day, nobody will know Gambia, and I think no one is to be blamed but us. So that's why we play Gambian music all the time. I mean, it's something we love, it's something we enjoy listening to, and it's something we want to share with everybody else because it's beautiful music, and I think it's supposed to be shared with everybody.
Just add a little something to that. Like when we were growing up, there was nothing like Gambian music to be found anywhere around us. You know what I'm saying? Like the closest music we had to home was Ndaga music from Senegal. All right. Other than that, we had hip hop from America. We had reggae from Jamaica, and you know, occasionally we'll get something from the Central African coast. You know, some Zamina Mina. You know, a lot of that vibe. You know, but there was nothing from the Gambia. So that's why we have a whole generation of artists who are into that kind of music, and they can't blame the young people because that's what we were exposed to as children. You understand what I'm saying? Now we don't want that thing to happen again. That's why we're trying to promote what our own brothers and sisters in the Gambia have. So when you guys grow up, you will always remember, oh yeah, I remember Jalex or Freaky Joe or whoever, you know. So you can always relate to their music. But when we were growing up, it was nobody but Nas, Jay-Z, Tupac, you know. Well, Bob died before we were born, but you know, it was his music and other Jamaican artists, Sizzla, you know. So we grew up listening to that. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I mean, I think it's definitely healthier if we can grow up listening to our own music. So that's why we go strictly Gambian on that.
Mama Lenjai, where do you say Ibadu come from a hat?
Well, you know, he's trying to make me go all Islamic. I'm sure my dad's gonna be very proud when he hears me say this. But you know, like in Islam, everything you're supposed to do in Islam, the eye, back in school, when I was in school, they taught me that the eye always standed for intention. So when I say Ibadu comes from the heart, you know, when you're in Ibadu, there's so many rules and regulations. Your dress code, the things you wear, the places you go to, the people you talk to, the way you talk to people, and so many things. There's so many rules and regulations placed on the Ibadu. So the person who wants to be an Ibadu has to follow all those rules. And if you're going to follow rules and you're not allowed to break those rules, you have to have the intention. It has to come from the heart. It has to be something you want to do. You have to want to be an Ibadu in order to be the perfect Ibadu. But you can't just get up and be an Ibadu today because you feel like everybody thinks I should be an Ibadu, I should be an Ibadu, or because my friends are Ibadu, maybe I should be an Ibadu too. If you cannot handle it, if it does not come from the heart, you will never continue with it. You will just wake up one day and take your scarf and throw it away and just move on with your life. And I think that's very bad. I think that's very wrong. It's either you start it and continue it, or you just wait until you're ready for it.
X-Mas, what's your favorite music?
Hip hop. Hip hop is my favorite music. I listen to other genres of music as well. I listen to neo soul. You know, I listen to a little bit of old school R&B. This is R&B that was made in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Locally, I have like a lot of hip hop stars. You know, young Gambians who are like really nice, and tell you the truth, I feel like they could be really up there on an international platform, you know, if given the opportunity.
Mamale, what was your best subject when you were in school, and why it is your best subject?
I liked languages, especially English and French. My favorite subjects were English and French because I'm a very talkative person. I like talking a lot, and I like reading a lot, and I like learning new things when it comes to manner of speech. So I used to love English and French, learning new words in English and French, and I still want to do more French, and I'd like to also learn how to speak Spanish and Italian and all those other languages.
Can I ask you a question in French? Comment allez-vous?
Ça va bien, merci. Je parle français, mais pas très fort, juste un peu.
What is your hobby?
My hobby, I like listening to music, I like reading, I like hanging out with my friends. When I'm free, when I'm away from work, I like spending time with my friends, laughing, having fun, listening to music, all that. Basically, not being bored. I don't like being bored. So My hobby is anything but not being bored.